Well, it's a sign that winter is here. It's not the snow or ice we're talking about, though. It's our dried out, cracked hands, myself included, and Fox 28's Mario Gonzalez joins us live from Derma Center in Elkhart. And Mario, there are some simple changes to keep the skin from getting so dry and scaly.
Allison, during these colder months, we probably just want to concentrate on just keeping warm and not have to worry about those itchy and possibly painful dry hands we may have. But again, fortunately, there are ways to avoid that during these colder months. And to help us with some of those tips to avoid that, we're joined by dermatologist Dr. Roger Moore. So good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So let's just, we haven't had much snow this winter, but I think our hands, the skin, it's definitely feeling the colder weather.
Absolutely. As the weather changes, the humidity drops, and that's one of the aggravating factors that causes us to have some trouble with our skin.
And then there are some things that we're probably doing at home that might be adding to, why we have that dry skin as well.
That's exactly right. In the spring and the summer, when there's a lot of humidity, we don't have to have much trouble or much concern about what's happening with our skin in terms of dryness. But as that humidity lowers, some of the things we do on a daily kind of routine can actually aggravate our skin. So if you're using a lot of soap on your hands, whenever the weather has lower humidity, it can aggravate it. Also, if you're using washcloths, loofah sponges, or anything frictional, it actually strips away some of the protective layers on the skin, that outer barrier, and it makes it more prone to be dry, sometimes crack, and then even itch or induce somewhat of a dermatitis.
And so in this case, then we will want to go back to then a bar soap if you do kind of feel that that is starting to happen?
That's exactly right. It's an interesting fact that whenever you use a liquid soap, you actually get more of the material on the skin that's actually stripping and kind of debuffing the skin. So you really want to go through and use a bar soap in the winter months. We also tell people that you should use the bar soap mainly on the dirty areas, so the hands, the underarms, and the private areas. Using soap all over can actually make the rest of your body dry, scaly, and itchy as well.
And then just, during the colder months when you want to really crank up the heat in the shower, is that maybe a bad idea as well?
That's exactly right. The hotter the shower is, well, the extremes actually. If it's extremely cold, which most people don't use, but if it's extremely hot, that actually strips away some of that stratum corneum or the outer layer of the skin as well. So you want to have lukewarm water, use a bar soap, put the soap only in the dirty areas, the underarms, the privates, and the hands. And then ideally, when you get out of the shower, pat dry so you keep a little bit of that moisture on the skin, and then apply a heavy cream. The cream will actually seal some of the water back in on the skin and make our body feel like it's more hydrated than it normally would be.
And when it is time to go outside, we want to make sure we've got those gloves on.
Absolutely. We should cover up with gloves, hats, and cover our ears. It's an interesting fact that you lose a great deal of heat in the cold months through your head. So it's important to wear a hat or earmuffs when you're outside, especially if the weather's very cold or you're going to be out for very long.
And Dr. Moore is going to be with us all morning long, and coming up we're going to talk about some of the differences between creams and lotions so you can figure out which one is best for your skin. Allison, back to you.